What's going on, guys? So the 48th World Tournament is live on JP Dokkan Battle right now. This actually brings some very, very exciting news for me in particular, but I think for global players in general. So they have made, yet again, some slight alterations to the way that they're doing things here in the World Tournament. So we're still kind of following the same format, this new format with the new EZAs coming out and everything. But they have made some small changes here that we're going to take a look at in today's video that I think are all big W's. So yeah, it looks like Piccolo is still going to be returning. And you know, if you complete, I believe it's up to like the 23 million points or whatever, then you get one copy of Piccolo. I assume they're going to keep him available for 5 World Tournaments straight. That way it would give everyone the opportunity to grind 5 World Tournaments in a row to rainbow him. It would be a little bit clunky if they made him available for like 4 World Tournaments in a row, and then he just went away, because there would be so many newer players who would have grinded the previous 4 World Tournaments and have him at 90%, and then they just stop. That wouldn't make any sense to me, right? So I assume they're going to keep him for 5 World Tournaments at least, and then they'll switch to the next one, which should be the Tien and Chaozu, I believe. Or, no, is it the Yamcha next? It's the Tien and Chaozu they were after. Okay, so yeah, there's actually a big change with the EZA medals here, the World Tournament EZA medals. We are basically going to be getting more of them. We'll take a look at a specific list of how the ranking rewards are going to play out with those. And then obviously Jackie Chun is still the local ranking reward, as well as... Okay, so these are our EZAs here, and then we're also going to have the Tech Demon King Piccolo getting his EZA, so exciting stuff there. He will be re-featured on the Dragon Ball Saga banner. And then this is something that I wanted to talk about, because this was something that was a huge L a few World Tournaments ago when they started adding the EZAs, and now we are back, baby. So they have finally started giving World Tournament units their awakenings again. The past 2 World Tournaments on JP, where they had been doing just, you know, releasing new EZAs, they didn't bother awakening any old units at the same time. So this is really, really big news that they're doing this, because if we go ahead and take a look at the list of all the World Tournament reward cards. So the way that it was working previous to all the EZAs, before they started doing any of the EZA stuff with the World Tournament, the way it would work is your very first opportunity to pick up a copy of a World Tournament card. We are talking about the Future Gohan. So where is he at? Let's find him here. I believe he is right here. Okay, so yeah, if you played the 31st World Tournament, you would have had the opportunity to pick up a copy of Future Gohan just for playing. And then, if you didn't pick him up then, your next opportunity would be probably 5 or 6 World Tournaments later. He would return and become featured on the World Tournament SSR banner, where he would cycle through, you know, down the list of units on that banner until he eventually gets floated off the back end and shoved into the unfeatured pool of the World Tournament SSR characters. And then his third reappearance and your best opportunity to get him would be now, when he gets his Dokkan Awakening, then he becomes re-featured on the banner again. So this is huge news for me, because if we take a look at this right here, this is the accumulation of every single card in Global Dokkan Battle that I am missing. And as you can see, this Future Gohan is one of them on here. So the fact that we were at the World Tournament where Gotenks got his Dokkan Awakening, and I knew that Future Gohan was next, meaning he was about to be featured on the banner, and then they just stopped doing the Awakenings and went to the whole EZA thing instead, I was like, no! When am I ever going to get a chance to get this guy? But now I know that we just have to get through the upcoming World Tournament, you know, during the 8th anniversary on Global, and then the next World Tournament after that, I will be able to pick up my copy of Gohan here. So that is pretty exciting stuff. So it does beg another question, because there is another unit that we need to talk about going down here, right? So on this World Tournament, they actually... okay, I'm jumping all over the place here, but for the sake of continuity of what I'm about to talk about, let's go ahead and switch over to in-game really quick. So I can show you guys the World Tournament banners for this World Tournament here. So obviously we have like the generic SSR one, This one's really bad. I suppose Jocko's decent, so if you don't have him, then sure. But I never recommend spending World Tournament tickets on non-World Tournament units, especially now that they're making them really good with all these EZAs, right? So yeah, this banner, definitely not good. You wouldn't want to summon on that. But then the World Tournament SSR banner, as you can see here, because they gave Future Gohan his Dokkan Awakening, he is now featured on the banner. They did not do this for the past 2 World Tournaments. They were only putting the new EZA units here. So this is really, really big news that we've got the 3 new EZAs and then the 3 old EZAs from the World Tournament before, as well as the Dokkan Awakened character. Now, here's the interesting part. Let's go ahead and switch. Oh, I suppose since we're showing the banners, we can also show the Dragon Ball Saga one. No surprise, we've got Tech Demon King Piccolo back, and then the Int Demon King Piccolo from previous World Tournament is there as well. And then this guy from the World Tournament before, and then all the newest ones on top of that. So, yeah, nothing too special there. Okay, so if we switch back to the wiki here, and we take a look right here. So on Global... Well, I suppose on JP as well. The last unit to do that, basically, like, second return on the banner where, their initial World Tournament, you can get them, and then they just disappear for a few World Tournaments, and you have no opportunity to get them. But then, like, 5 or 6 World Tournaments later, they come back and are just featured on the banner without getting an Awakening or anything. The last unit that happened for was this Snow outfit, Goku Youth. So he returned, and then on that World Tournament where everything changed with the EZAs, this Kid Vegeta was slated to return, and he did not. So now that they have continued this line of characters with the Dokkan Awakenings, they haven't continued this line of characters up here with just the return appearances. So I guess the question begs now, like, what are they planning on doing with all these newer units? Does that just mean that basically all of these newer units that are newer than Future Gohan, we're just gonna have to sit and patiently wait 1 World Tournament at a time for them to get their Awakenings? Because that means that the unit down here, like Int Champa, we would have to wait a solid like 3 or 4 years worth of World Tournaments in order for him to finally get an Awakening. It just doesn't really line up. Basically what's going to happen with the rate that they're EZAing these characters, if they don't continue to awaken them a little bit quicker, they're going to catch up. And because they're awakening, they're EZAing 3 per World Tournament, so eventually they're going to catch up to the very top. So I'm not sure. I would assume that they would need to be awakening these at a little bit faster of a rate. Honestly, what I would want them to do is do 2. Dokkan Awaken 2 characters per World Tournament, and then EZA 3. That way we could start getting some value out of, like, the awakenings of these newer ones, and then, maybe, like, 1 year later, 2 years later or something, they could get a big boost with their EZA, and then they could be effective again. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't really know what their plan is for this stuff. But it is really good news that I'm going to be able to pick up this Int Future Gohan. But it remains to be seen when I'll be able to get this guy. Because this is the only other World Tournament SSR that I am missing, right? I guess aside from these 2 rares right here, which we can get off of the... off the Dragon Ball Saga summon banner. And then, there is also this Int Bardock as well. But if we take a look up here, I believe it's only going to be 3 more World Tournaments on Global. Because this World Tournament on JP, they're Extreme Z Awakening these 3 units here. So in the next batch, it'll be Bardock, or Turles, Bardock, and Boo here. So then on that World Tournament, I'll definitely be able to pick up a copy of him. So yeah, I hope that 3 World Tournaments from now, by some means, this guy will have returned, and we'll have a way to get him. That's my hope, because then it would essentially be a maximum of 3 more World Tournaments to where I'd have every single World Tournament card. So, there's hoping. Right now, that's guaranteed except for this unit. So we'll see where things leave us in the future. Okay, so what I want to leave you guys with, the very last thing, we're going to take a look at some of the list of rewards here for the World Tournament. So the main thing we want to be focusing on here is the EZA medals. So as I mentioned before, we were going to be earning more of these. Now, at first place, you're still earning the exact same amount that you were before. It's enough to EZA 4 characters, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's enough to get 4 full EZAs. So previously, you had to be in the top 10 in order to earn, enough medals to Extreme Z Awaken the 3 World Tournament SSRs and then the 1 Dragon Ball Saga summon unit as well. So basically no one was able to get all of the EZAs done per World Tournament. That is different now, because if we notice here, all the way down at 2,000, you still get the exact same amount of medals. So they have drastically decreased the cap there, and now the top 2,000 are going to be able to be getting, 4 units worth of medals every single World Tournament. So that is really big news. And then if we consider the... Oh, yeah, I suppose down here showing at the 2,000 first place, this is where it clicks down and you're only able to get 3 units Extreme Z Awakened. And then it only goes down from there. I'm not sure where the other cutoffs are. We should actually check that. Yeah, okay, here. So if you're below 50,000, then you can only get 2 characters. And then where is 1? It's probably at 200,000. Yeah, so if you're below 200,000, then you only get 1. Okay, so, let's go ahead and switch back to in-game one more time here. We're gonna go over to the Satan Signature shop, because there have been some updates here as well. So, if we think about it, for the last few World Tournaments, no one's been getting enough medals to be able to Extreme Z Awaken all of the units, right? But from this point on, that's not going to be true anymore. Now you can at least keep up with the units that are Extreme Z Awakening in this World Tournament, and earning the appropriate amount of medals to make sure you can get them all awakened. But how do we reconcile the previous units that we're already behind on, right? Because theoretically, if you've grinded pretty hard but didn't get top 10, then you have 2 units that you're missing that you don't have enough medals to get Extreme Z Awakened. Well, good news, you are able to earn enough medals of the Piccolo ones here to Extreme Z Awaken him in just 1 World Tournament, which means that the subsequent World Tournaments where, Piccolo is still the available LR here and you don't have to spend any of your Satan signatures on him, you can just spend your Satan signatures on the medals in this shop, and then, after so many World Tournaments, I haven't done any of the math on this, so I'm not sure how many World Tournaments it'll take, but after a few World Tournaments, I'm sure we will be able to accumulate enough of these, to be able to retroactively EZA those units we missed out on the previous ones, and then catch up all of our units and be able to have every single unit EZA'd again. So now this is really big news too. We can see here, they have allowed us to purchase so these are the first set of EZA'd units from, not the previous World Tournament, but the World Tournament before. So it looks like once the units EZA, if you don't get them during that World Tournament, then you wait 1 World Tournament, and then on the following one after that, they're going to show up in the Hercule Satan Signature shop. So it looks like they are finally doing away with the ridiculous, rarity of World Tournament cards. It's very, very nice to see in the modern meta, because I know, I started playing the game at, the 2-year anniversary, and it took me... Well, look, I just showed you guys, even today, I'm still missing some of those older World Tournament cards, even though I've grinded super hard for, 5 years straight, right? Well, it's actually 6 years at this point. But yeah, so it's very, very nice that they're making this stuff more available to newer players and stuff, so eventually people will be able to, pick up these cards in a more reasonable manner. So I guess at this point, that makes the Dragon Ball Saga Summon banner, the most rare attainable units in the game, right? Because these units have not been added in to any of the World Tournament missions, or, the best thing is that when the unit gets its awakening, they're re-featured on the banner here. But again, it's still so limited, how many tickets you can spend on these banners. Even the biggest whales in the game, the Truth and stuff, don't have every single one of these units rainbowed, because it's just so hard to get them all, right? And I'm actually even still missing the physical Jackie Chun. That's the only one I'm missing on here. But yeah, so this banner is basically just where we hope that they make changes. But I suppose it makes sense that they do want there to be some level of, notoriety for certain units that are obtained from World Tournament. And I suppose maybe they could just use this as a small collection of units that are just there as trophies for, the tip of the tippy top players who get really lucky and grind really hard. Because I know some people do like to grind very hard in order to earn special rewards, and so sometimes when they see, things that they've worked really hard for, that not a lot of players have, just become open, blown apart and opened up to the entire player base. So now it's all this grinding that you've worked so hard to do, it's how worth really was it? Because now they're just kind of giving it out to everybody, right? So I'm sure that some of the units on this banner can still be bragging rights for people, which is very good. Yeah. So that being said, I don't really have any other news about the World Tournament. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover. I wasn't going to bother doing any World Tournament runs or anything because we've gotten so many new awesome AoE units on JP, like the brand new, Int LR Goku that just came out. The AGL Super Buu that we just got on Global, actually. Who else? Oh, the Piccolo Junior Giant form that has his AoE active skill and stuff, right? There are quite a few. And there are even a few others of like the 8th anniversary LRs and stuff. But I basically don't have any of those units. I've been getting pretty shafted and been pretty sparing with my summons on JP. So I haven't obtained like any of those units. So I figure there's no reason for me to do any World Tournament videos on JP. I'll just wait until Global, the Global one pops and be able to use some of those modern, AoE units for a video over there. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you guys are excited for World Tournament. Let me know if you guys intend to grind really hard for the upcoming Global one. I assume most of you are Global players. If any of you are JP players who are grinding right now, then let me know in the comments below. I would be very curious to know that. If you want to join the Toxic Tribe with a like, comment, and subscribe, I highly recommend it. If not, that's cool too. That's going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.